endless ocean. Just 9 planks of wood. And the world gives us resources when it feels sorry for us. I have to build a base. So what am I waiting for? Let's get on with it. It's episode 6 of Raftblock, which is basically me floating in the ocean. Oh, it's a barrel! If you've not seen the other episodes, you'll know I've got a serious barrel addiction. What do you mean you've not seen the other episodes? Go watch them now, the playlist is in the description. Because if you haven't watched them, you won't know why this raft is so small. Things went horribly wrong, but this time they're going to be brilliant. And what better way to start the day than with a barrel? What we got? We've got a little bit of dirt, some cobble, some beetroot, because you know everybody needs that, and some string. The barrels don't really get very good, do they? I don't know why I'm addicted to them, they're rubbish. The objective of today is to get more resources, whether that's under the ground or up here. I need lots of wood, I need lots of stone. I'm going to make this base look good. I also need quite a lot of sand if I'm going to do what I want to do, which isn't the same as last time. So I'm just going to crack on with that. It's the morning of day 6 and I've made a boat because I've realised last time there were islands. This time there's not. There's still that same thing over there. We'll go over there, but when we went over there last time there were loads of islands we could see as well. I can't see a single island on this version. Maybe that's because we're loading it in 1.16.4 this time, the way it was meant to be. I'm over at the ruin and there is still not a single island in sight. I'm fairly convinced now that this is not going to be something that I'm going to be able to do. Last time I could make landfall. This time I've got absolutely no chance of doing that whatsoever. But there was a chest in here. Let's see if I can find it. I flattened it out this time because I didn't want it sticking up. And I've opened the chest and it looks like it's got very similar contents to last time. Loads of coal. Let's just get that coal out. A little bit of rotten flesh and this. And if memory serves me correct, this can have curse of unbinding on it. Yes, oh, curse of vanishing. You know what? You can keep it because it's not a lot of good to me. So it seems that there is not going to be any islands whatsoever. There's my little raft over there. There's nothing. It really is an endless ocean this time, which I think is quite cool. It does, however, mean that if I'm going to get sand, I need to dig it off of the ocean floor. So let's crack on. And by the time night fell, I had about 3.5 stacks of sand, which was enough for what I wanted to do for now. Just having a quick row over this massive reef that's in the other direction to where I just was. There is literally nothing to be seen. If I go too far, I'm going to lose my little raft over there. Look, I can't even see any other ocean ruins at the moment, although that might be one over there. I don't want to get lost, but I just wanted to see if there was anything to make landfall on, and, well, there just isn't. But there is... Oh, there's a ship, though. That looks like a ship. And it was a ship, so I looted it to within an inch of its life. All 3 chests emptied out. I got iron, I got gold, I got paper. But what was really good is I got some books. I haven't got land, so no cows for leather. I haven't got the nether, so no hoglins for leather. All I've got is fishing. I need leather for books so as I can make enchanting, so that was a result. Plus, what I think I might do over time is come and just literally take this thing apart. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that back so as I can see it from above the water. Otherwise, I'm going to lose it. Brilliant. Have I got any torches? Yeah. Stick a torch on them, mate. It's the morning of day 7 and I'm cooking up some glass because I've got some use for this. We need to do a little bit of a replan. This spruce ring around the base is going to stay, although we're going to make it a little bit more ringy and a little bit less diamondy. And in the middle, we're going to make it glass. You knew it was coming. Come on. Which means we're going to have to move all of this stuff. Which, given that I've got my storage in the barrels, isn't going to be a quick job. So I started the job of taking it apart. And by the middle of the day on day 9, I'd pretty much finished the very, very basic bits of this. I'd even already had some crops growing because I did them in rows. And when they're in rows, they grow quicker. So I'll have more baked potatoes than I know what to do with pretty soon. Now, the next thing I want to do is turn these bits round into a circle. So the whole thing is a disc with this row here being the outer edge of that disc. So this is 29 blocks wide, which means this being 7 blocks is perfect because that's how we're going to make the circles. So that's 7. This then comes out as a 4. I then stick a 3 on here. 1, 2, and 3. And then we do 2 4 times. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then 4. And then I come down with a 3. And I come out with another 4. So that's 1, 2, 3, and that joins up there as a 4, and that gives us the 7, and we carry on, we do it all the way around. And that gives you a little bit of an insight as to how my brain works. They're 7s, 3s, 4s. That's how I think about it. I think about Lego in exactly the same way. And whilst I was doing it, I realised I'd forgotten to sleep. So we've got a bit of a phantom problem going on. And I needed even more sand for what I wanted to do. It's day 11 and I've finished this primary platform right now. You see I've got some glass sections going around here on the quadrants. I've got my little farm there. I've got my tree farm going. I've got absolutely no idea what I'm going to put on here, so it's dirt. And then I've got my little house bit here. What I need to do is start building up a little bit of structure. And for that, I need a little bit more wood. I've got some. Unfortunately, the trees are growing. And by the time the sun had gone down on day 11, I'd done everything that I wanted to do in the short term. I'd labelled up some of these barrels so I actually knew what was in them. These are all empty and I'm going to do something with them later on. And I'm starting to think I'm going to make this entire circle the inside of my base, and anything outside will be, well, outside. So what I need is a lot of stone. So it's time to go mining. I'm going to go to sleep and then I'm going down into the mine. And obviously I'm going to take all the ores I can find as I'm going. So I'm making some side tunnels at Y11 so I can branch mine with the best chance of getting diamonds because we're in 1.16.4. And towards the end of day 15, I'd managed to stir up all 6 routes out of my farm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and got plenty of resources. Although only 2 more diamonds, which is rubbish. So on morning 16, I started the job of placing the stone blocks all the way around the outside of my base. I was going to use stone brick, cobblestone, normal stone, and andesite. And by the morning of day 18, the border around the main part of my base was starting to get there. Too high in a mixed palette. I quite like the gradient on that, and it's edged out with some spruce. I need to make it a little bit higher and obviously get a roof on it. This bit's going to be covered up, which means the tree farm and maybe the crop farm won't be inside. Which means the dirt is probably going to have to come up and get moved. I should have planned better. And on the morning of day 19, I'd finished the floor. I'd taken out all of that dirt because I decided, I just didn't want it in there. And I've extended these 4 piers that are going to go out to other areas. Know what some of them are going to be? Don't know what others of them are going to be. We'll see. So keep watching, otherwise you'll never know. But until I'm ready to do that, I just need to keep on farming my wood because I'm going to need plenty more. So I'm doing a classic oak tree farm here with gaps and torches, all that kind of thing. And a little bit of a lid on top to stop getting those big trees, which are much harder to farm. And on this side, I've just planted up 4 spruces, and that way I can get a giant spruce and get loads of wood. Once I'm resourced up, I can start really building this base. I'm going to need more stone, I'm going to need more wood, I'm probably going to need a load of more other stuff as well. And I do want to go out for a bit of an explore to see if I can find any more shipwrecks and therefore any more books. Otherwise, I have got a lot of fishing in my future for the leather. But to get a bit of a jump on that, I am going to fish this night away rather than sleep. Maybe I'll get a couple of bits of leather to start me off. And we'll wake up on the morning of day 20. And as the sun rises on day 20, I had a pretty rubbish time, frankly, fishing. I got 3 tropical fish, 1 pufferfish, 2 raw salmon, 7 raw cod, a stick, a tripwire hook, a bone, and a Curse of Vanishing enchanted book. Although I can obviously grindstone that book and I've got a brand new book, which is a good thing. What'd be really good is if I could get a fishing rod with lure on it when I'm fishing, because sometimes you do pick those up, and if you've got that, that is an absolute bargain. But not today. So I'm going to log off now and be really grumpy. It's day 20. When we come back, I'll make loads and loads more progress. If you want another episode, please do write down in the comments below. It'd be lovely to hear from you. I really enjoy this series, so I hope you want another one. And while you're down in those comments, just slap that like button. And if you've not done it already, hit subscribe. You know the drill. And I will really look forward to seeing you in another video. You take it easy now. Bye.